Do you hear me?
Can everyone hear us? Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming this morning to meet our two Republican candidates for governor, Kevin Smith and Ovid LaMontagne. My name is Jeannie Forrester. I'm the state senator for District 2, and Bob Greenmore and Colette Warsman, the representatives. We're proud to be part of the Meredith Town Republican Committee, and we're hoping to get this committee more active and appreciate the turnout today. I'd also like to thank the commander of the post, Bob Kennelly, who made the space available for us this morning. Just real quick as a format, I'm going to ask if Bob and Colette want to say anything, but then what I thought we could do is Ovid and Kevin, if you one at a time want to just come up to the front and make a few brief remarks to the group, and then you can go through and mingle with the crowd. Does that make sense? Okay, go ahead.
I'm Colette Warsman. I called many of you, and I appreciate that you came. We're looking for the support of the Republican Party. If we don't come out and vote, we will not have a successful election. So it's not just the candidates that who are running that are going to be doing the work. We are hoping and praying that each of you will talk to your neighbors and will be here to support us, even if it's making a couple of calls, doing a couple of roads, whatever it is that you can do to help. The Republican Party needs your support, and we're hoping that you will all come out and you will help us in whatever manner you can. Thank you so much.
I'm Bob Greenmore, and welcome to everybody. I'm glad to see you all here. I'll cut my speech short so that we can get on to the people who really
Thank you, Bob. Thank you.
All right,
I'm going to change the teleprompter.
Well, Jeannie, Colette, and Bob, thanks so much for organizing this and putting this on this morning. And just before I begin my brief remarks, if you're a veteran in this room, could you raise your hand? Thank you very much for your service to our country. You've made the ultimate sacrifice. It's great to be here with you this morning. I see Councilor Burton just came in. Councilor Burton, great to see you here. Nice to have you. This is also extra special for me because my family's in the room. My wife Susie is here, and our 3 kids, Colby, our youngest son, Tommy Tornado, 3, okay? And my daughter Lindsay over here. And it's great that Lindsay's here because I often tell the story on the stump that before I had officially announced I was running for governor, we were all riding in the car together, much as we were doing this morning. And I said to them, hey guys, Dad's thinking about running for governor. What do you think about that? And immediately my daughter Lindsay speaks up and goes, well, I don't think so, Dad. And I said, well, geez, how come, Lindsay? And she says, because, Dad, I've seen you run, and I'm pretty sure there's others who could run faster than you. She's already got a lot of wit. Anyway, it's great to be here, and I want to let you know I'm running for governor because I have a long-term vision and specific plan for this state on how we are going to be the most economically competitive state in the country over the next decade. And it's a plan that includes lowering, reforming our taxes on businesses large and small so that they can create more jobs. It's a plan to keep more of our young people here because they are the future in this state, and we need to create the high-paying, good, long-term, sustainable jobs to keep them here. It's a plan that aggressively pursues companies from south of the border, from Massachusetts into New Hampshire. I've said if I'm not Governor Deval Patrick's worst nightmare as governor of New Hampshire, then I'm not doing my job very well. And it's a plan to lower electric rates in the state of New Hampshire by introducing more competition into the system and lowering health care costs by opening up the marketplace and allowing businesses and consumers to purchase health insurance across state lines, and modernizing state government, making state government more efficient and more accountable to the people. So I'm going to keep my remarks very brief and limited, but you can find out more about my plan and my background and experience in state government. I've been a state legislator. I've worked as an assistant to a governor. I've run a state agency and gotten good reforms on the inside, and I have fought for good conservative policy on the outside as well very successfully. My website is kevinsmithforgovernor.com. You can go in, check it out, sign up for our emails, make a $5,000 donation, whatever you feel like doing. I look forward to meeting you, many of you as I can this morning. And again, thanks for having me here very much.
Hey, Skip, how are you? Good to see you. Come on. Betty's bashful, so I'm going to bring her over. Come on, Betty. Good morning, good morning. My name is Ovid Lamontang, and I'm very pleased to be with you this morning. It's a wonderful day in New Hampshire, and it's a kind of day that makes you want to grasp that freedom and liberty and the live free or die spirit of our great granite state. I'm here, I'm proud to be with my wife, Betty, of 32 years. She's my first wife, and hopefully she'll keep me for the rest of my life. And, we've been a great team. We've been a great team together. I want to thank the veterans who are here for their wonderful service, and we want to make sure that New Hampshire is worthy of your sacrifices and the sacrifices of the men and women in uniform today. And you know, and I know, that our nation is at great risk. If we were watching what's happening in Washington, out of control government, I ran for the United States Senate in 2010 largely with a passion to go to Washington and try to bring our government within the four corners of the Constitution, balancing our federal budget, trying to devolve power back to the states and the people. And I'm running for governor largely for the same reason, to make sure that New Hampshire has a strong conservative leader, and the governor's office is ready to push back on Washington, to tell Washington to get out of the classroom, get out of the hospitals of our state, get out of the business regulation business, and let us be the live free or die state that the federal system of our government is intending for our people. And that's the kind of leadership we need in New Hampshire. We want to be part of the solution of saving America, not part of the problem. And we can be with the right leadership. I'm a fourth generation New Hampshire native, the son of New Hampshire farmers, mill workers, and dentists. If growing up the son of a dentist in Manchester doesn't build character, growing up with a name like Ovid does. Guaranteed, the toughest name in politics. I've been a leader in the state, in government, in business, in the private sector. Some of you know my history. I've served as chairman of the State Board of Education when we brought on some real education reforms. I worked as a lawyer at Divine Willamette Branch for 26 years, largely in business, some litigation. I know the court system, served in that area. And I've been a business leader as chairman of the St. Mary's Bank Board of Directors. St. Mary's is the first credit union in the country, founded in New Hampshire with the spirit of people helping people. And that's the spirit we need to renew right now in New Hampshire, depending less on Concord, less on Washington, more on ourselves. And if you'll read the materials we have here on the paper, you'll see on the back this little op-ed I wrote. It's my blueprint for moving forward here in New Hampshire to free our citizens and our businesses to be successful again. We should be the refugee state for entrepreneurs in this country, and with the right leadership in Concord and in Washington, we can make sure that that's in fact the case here in New Hampshire. And our future depends on our ability to attract businesses, preserve them here, protect our freedoms and liberties. So the New Hampshire advantage is once again the driving force of in our state. You know, I want to share with you also that somebody just shared this with me before. I am a conservative, and I'm a social conservative. But that position informs my life's perspective, and Betty and I are people who believe in government working with local agencies and private organizations, provide that safety net for people. We've been foster parents for 23 years of a special needs child. A young man now who's gone through the system, special education and programs and services that the state offers. And the Republican Party does not abandon the neediest of our citizens, and we will not abandon the neediest of our citizens who truly need services in New Hampshire. We're going to continue to work with that tapestry of local people, local organizations, working with government to get the job done for our citizens. And lastly, I just would ask you to continue to invite others to meetings like this and get involved with the Republican Party, the conservative movement. And if nothing else motivates you, think of this. Well, how will you feel the day after the November 6th general election If you wake up in the morning and they're announcing that Barack Obama is the next is going to be a president for 4 more years in the state, or if you wake up and you find out that Maggie Hassan or Jackie Silly are going to be the governor of New Hampshire for 2 years, if that doesn't scare you enough to give you that little extra oomph, then we'll have to find something else. But I know for us, for Betty and me, we know that the choice is going to be stark. And the choice is going to be more government, bigger spending, out of control government at the state and federal level, or fiscal responsibility. Really efficient government that works with the people and the businesses. And the choice is stark. So let's work together to invite people to these meetings, invite them to our cause, and make sure that we are the best state in which to live, raise a family, and to live free or die. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless the great state of New Hampshire. Thank you.
Croc TV.